Roll up, it's the latest installment of the Harry and Meghan Grifter Show. So the guy who just wants to be left alone, wants the media to stop prying into his private life, wants his privacy respected, just released an intimate memoir revealing all the awkward details of his private life. Yeah, funny that, isn't it? The cringeworthy, cloying six-part Netflix series special wasn't enough, apparently. We need more! Including Harry throwing his own brother under a bus once again with claims of physical fights and sordid betrayals. How that spicy uniform was all William and Kate's fault. Tales of snorting coke, smoking weed and quaffing magic mushrooms. His final words whispered in the Queen's ear after she died. The heartwarming story of how he shagged some woman in a field behind a pub. After having sex, the unnamed woman slapped him on the bottom and sent me on my way, the Prince reveals. Didn't need to know that. And even a lovely discussion about what his penis looks like. Talk about too much information. Again, I don't really care about the royal family one way or the other, but this pair of insufferable clowns take the biscuit every time. He chooses to publish excruciatingly confidential details about confrontations with his brother, knowing that William can't even respond publicly. Then he constantly moans about only one side of the story getting out. Yeah, yours. We only ever hear yours because you never bloody shut up about it. Once again, and as ever with these two, everything is always someone else's fault. Harry and Meghan are trying to rewrite the narrative yet again, claiming they never said they wanted privacy. Another bold-faced lie.
This sort of incessant need to find out every little bit of detail about what goes on behind the scenes. The private life has to be private.
In reality, it's not that Harry and Meghan don't want their personal life plastered all over the media. They clearly do. They're weapons-grade narcissists. It's that they only want one version of events to be made public. Theirs. And everyone's supposed to bow down and accept their victimhood story as gospel, seemingly purely on the basis that they've repeatedly engaged in emotional incontinence when telling it, apparently naive to the fact that an actress constantly crying crocodile tears on camera doesn't make something true. Not only do they have to be right, they have to have been wronged by the establishment. Yeah, right. Oprah interviews, Netflix series, Spotify podcasts, giant book deals, another ITV interview. Your rhetoric is platformed by every major node of the establishment. There's more claims of Meghan being bullied, despite serious allegations of her, in fact, being the one who bullied Buckingham Palace staff. Harry also boldly confessed to taking out 25 people in Afghanistan while flying an attack helicopter. He said he was neither proud or ashamed of it, describing his victims as chess pieces on a board. Seems to me that that brag was a bit of a contrived overreaction, a response to criticism that he's turned into a weakling simp dependent on therapy and completely under the control of his wife. What better way to confound that than with a macho war boast? Like everything else, it seems to have backfired terribly though. The top former national security advisor says it was a bad idea to reveal the number. Now the Taliban wants him to face an international criminal court. That's never going to happen, but in terms of the court of public opinion, Harry and Meghan don't seem to be faring too well. So maybe they should just go back to California and concentrate on being Hollywood lovies and stop wasting everyone else's time with this incessant drivel. It's no exaggeration to say that things are getting scary out there. The Biden administration has already printed more money in the past 2 years than the previous 100 years combined. The national debt just hit a record $30 trillion. And inflation is the highest we've seen since 1982. If you have retirement savings, your money could be at serious risk. They're basically burning your cash, torching your family's financial future. Are you going to let them destroy everything you've worked for? Are you just going to sit back and become a victim of the deliberate decimation of your living standards? Are you just going to submit and eat the bugs? Don't do that. Or are you going to take positive action by safeguarding your economic security? Talk to my friends at Goldco to see how you can protect your retirement with gold and silver before it's too late. Go to paullikesgold.com and they'll give you $10,000 or more in free silver when you open a qualifying account. That's paullikesgold.com. You've seen how much I get demonetized. The best way of supporting me is by supporting my sponsor. So click the link in the description for paullikesgold.com.